we can get out of here earlier. Are we good to go? Awesome. Hello to everyone, and everyone kind of watching this training video afterwards. How many of y'all were here last year when we did the training session? Oh, look, the faithful few. I like it. Oh, yeah, thank you. So I just wanted to first say thank you guys all so much for taking the instruction from last year and coming around here and making sure that we use the railing and coming up to the podium. It has made so much of a difference. It's much nicer looking for our congregation than coming up here and going across the altar. It just has been going so smoothly, and it has saved us a lot of time. So, of course, just reiterating that is like the big thing, is making sure that you're looking ahead in your bulletin and outline for when your reading is. So that way you can just come up here and wait in this area and be ready to just jump right on your reading. So that has been so helpful. And it's safer, exactly. Much safer. I don't have a heart attack every time I see someone sneaking through here. So everyone's got their lector's checklist. So we're just going to kind of go through this item by item, and then I'll leave some time at the end for you guys to kind of give some feedback of like what has been working, what's not been working for lectors, and stuff like that. That way we can, hear how stuff is going from your end too. So before the service, you all should be receiving emails with your assignment. The assignments are also posted back at Ellen's on the door back there. And Ellen right now is working on putting together the lecture schedule for the fall. So if you have any days off that you know of already, please let Ellen know that. You can shoot her an email, you can send her a text, you can also just send her an email or in person. Just let her know any days that you know of for the fall season. So that's from now until the first Sunday in Advent, which is the first Sunday, I think, in December, maybe the last Sunday in November. Yes? It doesn't tell you which reading you're going to be doing? Okay. Okay. That is a really great point of clarification, though. So the name of the reading that you're going to be doing should be at the top right-hand corner, you said? Awesome. Perfect. For those of you who are wondering, for the rest of Pentecost season, so that's up until the end of November, we are on track 2. So that means if you do go to like lectionarypage.net or you're following along in the prayer book, we are doing the second reading always. So we're always doing the second reading of the 2. So that's the second psalm that's available. That's the second track for the first reading and for the second reading. All right. Confirm, so when you receive your reading assignment, confirm your availability. And if you need a substitute, reply to the email as soon as you can, so that way Ellen is able to find you a substitute. If it's hard for you to reply via email, just let her know in person. That's also an option. I know that for some of us, what's the program called? Ministry Scheduler. I know Ministry Scheduler is hard for some of us to use. MSP Ministry Scheduler. What's that? Pro. That's right, the pro version of it. I know for some of us it's difficult to use. So if it's easier for you to just let Ellen know in person, that's an option. But of course, Minister Schedule Pro makes things a lot more streamlined. It takes a little bit of the work off Ellen's plate because it sends an email to all of you. Make sure you're practicing your readings at home several times through. Part of your ministry, don't forget, is that you are dwelling in the word that you have been given. So make sure that you're spending some time with it. You're dwelling in that word because you are coming up here and presenting the word to the rest of this congregation. And so while, of course, we're not asking for perfection because we're all humans, we are asking that you are giving an authentic presentation of the verse that you've been assigned. So just make sure you're practicing them at home, at least once out loud. And if you have any questions about how certain things are supposed to be pronounced, you can always reach out to Lisa or Ellen or even myself, and we will help you work through some of those harder pronunciations. And then the other thing is just to make sure you're arriving here at 9:40 a.m. This way we have plenty of time to find a substitute for you. Otherwise, I know you guys do a really great job of kind of recognizing when someone's not here and stepping into their place. But of course, we want to try and alleviate that process as much as possible. So if you can get here at 9:40, meeting with the other lectors, and then you can also check and double check that you've got your readings up here up top, or that you have the readings in your hand for the outlines. I think that should be all. Any questions so far about before the service?
I just have a little suggestion because I was having difficulty separating papers today.
Yeah.
It's that when you finish your reading, if you turn your reading face down, so the next person's reading is already there and ready to be read. So that was what I did today after I finished reading the psalm. I turned my reading down so that the next person's reading was instantly available.
That
No conflict. It just makes it smooth and seamless.
That is a great suggestion. So for those of you listening online and for those of you who couldn't hear that, when you're done with your reading up here, because there is a stack of them, if you're able to just kind of move yours off to the side, turn it over, you can take it with you if you want to, because no one else is going to be reading it. That helps the next person kind of be able to come right up and see their reading and be able to read there. Now, for those of you who are new to this, know that that is not something that we've been doing for forever, so don't just come right up to the podium and read whatever's in front of you. Please know what you're reading. But that is a good practice to kind of be doing. Yeah. Any other things about before the service? Any other things for before? Everyone's here is pretty easily able to see the ministry scheduler or see the schedule in the back. Awesome. And just a reiteration, Ellen's putting that schedule together for fall, so if you can let her know days off as soon as possible, that'll help her out. All right, moving on to during the service. So one thing that we are kind of having all people who are here volunteering as an active role. This includes greeters, readers, people who are the ushers and the chalice bearers. We're asking you all to be active members of this congregation and kind of just be aware of anyone that seems unwell, anybody who seems agitated, anyone who seems like they are, needing some help or needing some attention from some of our congregation members. Just because, of course, I'm over here but at the music stand. Ellen's either behind running slides or she's kind of running around doing other things, and Lisa's not able to help. And we're just kind of putting these protections in place just in case we have individuals who are new or individuals who have some extra needs that need to be addressed, or if we have individuals who are having some health problems. It's good to remember that most people who are coming on any given Sunday are very much so focused in their personal walk with God and their personal recharge maybe that they're having here on any given Sunday. And so as members who are coming here as active members, it's good to recognize that that is part of your responsibility too, just to be aware of who's here. Now, we're not, of course, asking you to approach anyone who makes you feel uncomfortable. If there's someone you think needs to be approached or you need some help, please talk to one of our safety members, and there's a list there for people who are going to be helping with safety. These members are also going to be helping with the potential if we have any sort of officers that don't look like they should be here too. So just know that that is something that we're working on as well. And then same thing, just make sure that you're up here using the handrail when you come on, and then just double check that the microphone is turned on. We usually get it turned on for you before the service starts, but it's always good to double check and check our work because we drop the ball every once in a while. Read clearly, slowly, and it says here with expression. You, of course, don't need to be an actor up here, a thespian, but just read. Just make sure you're reading it in a way that is congruent with your meditations with the scripture that you've been reading. And then after you're done reading, turn the page if you can, if you remember to do it, and or bring it with you. Any questions for during the service? Sandy? That's a good note, Sandy. Sandy's pointing out that sometimes people that you might need to talk to, like the members on this list, might be at the front of the sanctuary. That is a good point. Hopefully that's something that they've been talking about in their meetings, but we can. I'll make sure that they get a note about that to kind of be accessible. This is a kind of new team that they're putting together, so I'll make sure that that is expressed to them. Any other questions about during service? All right. After the service, watch for and greet any newcomers or visitors. Your welcome helps make a lasting impression. This is something that we also have been talking to the greeters about. So we will have this fall and into the winter, we might be having an influx of people from some other Episcopal churches that are either considering closing down or that are considering moving their congregation to worship with us. So just know that we're going to have a lot of new people here visiting us. And just like I said, after the service, me, Lisa, and Ellen are usually tied up with kind of doing some things here at the church, and so if we are not able to connect with people, nobody's going to be connecting with them unless the greeters and the other people who are kind of active members, active volunteers on that day are doing it. So just make sure that you are greeting new people, making them feel welcome, getting them connected with any greeters that are on duty that day. They have access to the sign-up cards, the email lists. They have some gift bags and stuff for them too. So just know that. Any questions about after the service? All right. And I know you guys are all seasoned veterans, so I know there's very few questions. All right. I think that's it. Thank you all so much for being here and just getting a refresher. It's always nice to be able to connect with you guys and get the little extra tips that we don't necessarily get to know about. So please, if you have any other questions, or if you have any other things that you think we need to know about the process of doing lectures, which includes before, during, and after the service, please just send us an email or let us know so that way we can get those things addressed. All right, thank you guys so much. Have a good rest of your Sunday.